So, sum up in one word. 2020 to 2025, past 5 years. Sum it up in one word.
Trying to not swear in the first 30 seconds of a YouTube video. It's a
just one word.
Madness.
Mine would be it wouldn't even be a word, it'd be a sound. It'd just be like, ah.
Yeah.
That's like the past 5 years.
I can't believe we're into year 5 of this 10-year
cycle of doom.
What they have kind of planned out for us.
I know. Bluey's on the laptop. Bluey!
Everything, what is it? What did he say? He said, life will not go back to normal. This is a great reset.
Yeah.
Or whatever he said.
We're partway through it.
Yeah, we're partway through it, yeah. And it's, anyway, wow.
So that's why, we thought, we'll come together and actually look at the fucking funny side of, life. And what's going on, right now, all the time, every day. It's like another story, different script. It's like, what's today gonna bring? Fucking drone, a fucking what? You know what I mean? It's
never
just
stops, does it?
No, never. It's just weird.
Never stops. One thing's for sure, for certain on this, is that if we carry on this show, we're never going to run out of content.
No,
because there's literally 2 or 3 psyops a day at the moment.
Yeah, there is.
It's mental.
And we just wanted to kind of raise a vibration.
Yeah.
In terms of how freaking insane this reality is.
I know.
It's like a fairy tale. It literally I wake up sometimes and I'm in awe. I'm in awe of this reality. Because I think the past 5 years, it's I've been really, really sad, really, really angry, and then really happy, and then really just wow, that's freaking incredible. The truth is blows your mind a bit, doesn't it?
The truth can hurt.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So
that's it.
And I think once you step out of it a little bit and try and observe everything in a humorous way, not to say that these things are not serious, because they are. And we do have to tackle this.
If you've made it through the past 5 years, I think, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, most of our relationships have completely changed.
Oh, gosh,
as well, family, friends.
Yeah.
It's all changed, so.
Well, we didn't know each other before 2020.
No.
And it was 2020 that brought us together and many others, and it's been fun, really.
It has. I'm ready for another. Half of me is come on, lockdown. Come on, bring it on. I want to go out. I want to go on adventures and be by myself and find myself, because a lot of it was that. A lot of it was a massive soul search.
It was a soul test and a soul search.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't know why. Still haven't worked out why there's only a minority that kind of saw through it. But
yeah.
I'm glad that we did, because it's kind of put us on a path of, we wouldn't be doing this, we wouldn't be sitting here now having this conversation. I wouldn't be doing podcasts. Very unlikely I would have been doing podcasts if this madness hadn't happened. It's almost like I felt there's a responsibility to try and go, have a look at this, have a look at that, And I think with this new show we'll do that, because it'd be great, because it's topical. This is going to be quite topical as well, I think.
We're just going to explore everything that, all the rabbit holes, not the rabbit holes and the dark, mysterious, and the bullshit, obviously, of everything, and just the weirdness. That's why we came up with the name is Planet Weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're on right now.
It is.
We're on Planet Weird, day in, day out.
Speaking of lockdown, though, I showed you before, but that film, I only came across it yesterday, Lockdown 2025. And it's a bit coincidental.
Yeah, it is, because then you've got like the media's like brewing with all the articles coming out. Is it bird flu?
They've talked about bird flu, haven't
it?
they? And then there's some other strain of something or another. I can't even remember what it's called because I only skim things a lot of the time now because you get bored of it.
Yeah, you do.
But it is laughable that they're kind of scaring folk again in the UK with it.
Yeah.
They're really pushing that. People are even talking about wearing masks in hospitals again and stuff like that.
I saw one of my ex-friends who's a nurse, and she posted a picture of like herself with the children wearing a mask, like in a group.
Really?
Yeah, wearing the masks again, and I was just like, holy shit, no! I was like, unfriend, like I can't be doing with this. Like, you're not part of my reality. That's not happening again. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, but that's the thing. Like, they're the nurses, and like a lot of them themselves, they are massively indoctrinated, which is very frustrating when you come from that line of work, and it's just like you feel like you're throwing your head against a brick wall.
Why do you think that you saw through it then? Because I mean, obviously, you know, when you go through the education, you are taught, aren't you? You know, the Rockefeller way.
Yeah.
Of allopathy and the medicine.
Yeah.
This is the
drug
route.
dealers.
So how come you, do you think, saw through it?
I think because like I was already on that researching kind of, let me think for
rabbit
myself.
Holes.
Yeah, I was already like on these little rabbit holes myself, and intuition just told me a couple of weeks in when, you know, the data was coming out, and I was like, hang on a minute, they've changed the cases, you know, the deaths, it's now just cases, and I was like, that's a bit like suspicious. And then obviously we've got the internet, we've got like
access to all sorts,
access to everything. So I was just there, just like, hang on, and then the dots started connecting, and I was just like, oh, but it's so mind blowing in a way, because your life, it's like your life's a lie. Do you know what I mean? You go through those like moments of like such like deep upset, because you just think, holy shit, like they've all lied to us. And that's why I think like mentally the past 4 years, like we've all had to like relearn. We've all had to like rewire our brains, relearn like the truth. And it's still, we'll never know like the truth.
No.
To it all.
No, but we know the lying.
Oh yeah. We know the lies. We know the bullshit, don't we? And I think that's when your intuition kicks in.
100%.
And it tells you like, yes, something's not right here.
Do you feel that you were meant to be aware?
Yeah.
You know, whereas a lot of people are just going through their lives kind of on that program still, aren't they? Whereas you know, I feel I've stepped out of the Anthony that was even pre 2012. I look at before my start of my awakening process, and it was like totally different person.
Oh, I was, like 10 years ago, I was one of those girls like sat watching Dancing on Ice or I'm a Celeb, and you know, going shopping. Like, I don't know, just the mundane, like regular things of life, and watching the TV and listening to the news and and then all that just completely goes, like relationships completely change, like ex-husband, you know, like we completely like grew apart, because as soon as you start thinking on a different script, you're just like, you can't relate to the person you're supposed to be with. It don't work. Like, the amount of relationships that broke down in lockdown.
100%.
Yeah, because 100%. It's like you have to be that certain wavelength. I think, you know.
There's a vibration though, isn't there? There's a frequency there that you when you're off, it's like a different timeline. Then it felt like that. I remember when we were sort of like meeting in the pub, kind of closed doors, and in the night where we were having those like secret little meetings,
little gatherings.
And I remember saying, "This is like we're on a different timeline to everyone else."
Yeah, completely weird, different reality, weren't it? Completely different, like existence and view of looking at things, and even to this day, like it's a different, just completely different way of viewing stuff, isn't it? Hi, Blue.
It's utterly bonkers. It's utterly bonkers. So where are we going to start though? Because I mean, even it's only January.
Yeah, I know.
And what are we?
So we're already like
halfway through nearly.
And what's happened so far?
Well, we've got the LAfires.
Fires, right. We've got loads of planes crashing as well because I've been mentioning this to you for the past like couple of weeks, and like what's going to come with 2025? Because I've always thought, is it like pole shift coming? You know, we're like the planet goes through all these cycles, and then when the planes started falling out of the sky, we've had a lot. I think like we're on the 7th,
which is really unusual. Though.
Yeah, it is, and like you've got the Northern Lights coming.
Oh yeah,
like this far down.
I know.
So you think like the geomagnetic
what's going on there?
Shit going on. I don't know. It's out of whack. And then the LAfires, which
like
are more arson kind of.
So there's that film that I mentioned before, Lockdown 2025. Apparently it was made 2 or 3 years ago, and it's in LA, and LA is on fire. It's a bit weird, isn't it? And it's about a virus as well, apparently. Apparently it's a crap film. It's supposed to be a terrible film, but...
well, it is, isn't it?
But we're watching a film.
We are. We're in the film.
We're in the film, yeah.
We're in, like, the Book of Revelation. We're in, like, those times. Everyone's raving about it. Everyone's like, yeah, we're in the end times. Like, this is it now. We're the false prophet. Like, because my brother's really Christian. I told you this. And he's like, oh, we're going to get this false prophet. This false, it's going to... We're going to be in awe of him, and he's going to like save the planet apparently. But then after 3 years of rain, then it turns to shit.
Speaking of rain, can I just mention? Yeah. They change the weather, right? So they can cloud seed and they can make rain. Why didn't they do that in LA at the moment then?
Yeah, but it's like the winds there were like weird, weren't they? Like that's why it spread.
That's why it spread
so much.
That's why it's spread. But there's a lot of people talking about arson as well, and people have caught people out as well.
The blue beams.
Well, there's that as well. The
palm trees.
The direct energy. I don't know whether I want to even say the word on YouTube, but it's kind of. What can we say on YouTube? As well? Yeah, well, it's there's something going on there though, as well as apparently smart meters. Yeah. So there's a house that didn't go up in flames, that didn't have a smart meter installed.
I saw that.
Weird, isn't it?
And then I saw like there was people saying that the insurance company that they're with cancelled the fire protection insurance literally just weeks before the fires happened. All the insurance companies pulled out the fire protection. Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to be here, but this is my parents' home.
I know the feeling.
And they just they got canceled from their fire insurance. So they're dealing with this. They're 90 years old. And through the state of California, because of this, they're 90 years old. That they've lived in this house for 75 years, and they've had the same insurance, and these insurance people decided to cancel their fire. And we're going through this, and it just happened, and they have no fire insurance.
Well,
so you think...
Isn't that very 9/11? Those towers were insured
that
just before.
That sounds familiar. Insurance, Johnny. I know, isn't it just? It's
weird.
So all these people are just like homeless and
it's convenient as well.
Yeah, and they paid into insurance for like, there was this old couple and they paid in for like 50 odd years.
And they pulled out.
And then
so
they're not even
protected. Absolutely everything.
Imagine all that money you've put in and you don't even get a payout.
But it's absolutely, there's a lot of tragedy. It's a massive tragedy. Whatever is happening there, it's a massive tragedy because there's people have lost their homes and
build back better.
Well, yeah. So apparently in 2028, LA's going to have a smart city. I'm not saying that's convenient. I don't know if it's very smart.
Very smart, isn't it?
Smart meters, smart cities, and there's something about a railway as well.
Everyone walking around with the specs on.
Well, I mean, anything attached with smart doesn't do very well, does it? And we got smart motorways. I think there's more injuries and more accidents now.
I hate them.
They're awful.
Yeah,
they're awful.
They're the things that slow you down for no apparent reason.
They're stupid.
So
What's smart about it? And
you're
if you
just
break
making
down,
me angry.
there's no hard shoulder. So
I know.
what the frig's that all about?
It just pisses. But I always think these things happen to piss people off.
I think so.
It literally is to like wind the public up.
It's an iconic.
We've got loads of bike lanes around here. Like bike lanes. Nobody cycles in Preston. Like they're all like fucking.
Those bike lanes all arrived during lockdown.
I know.
They were all getting built during lockdown.
They did. And then everyone's just looking at them like, because they take up half the fucking road for starters. And everyone's like trying to, but there's nobody using them.
It's like I remember going out during lockdown and went for a drive. I'm like, well, that cycle lane weren't there before.
Yeah.
Everyone's locked in and not allowed to leave the rest, but they're allowed to put a cycle lane.
Someone's driving with a mask on, always. You always find someone cycling in the way.
Well, someone's painting a cycling lane. That's a good thing to do.
Healthy.
Yeah. And then big frequency towers that were appearing all through that as well.
Yeah, they all popped up, didn't they?
They all popped up during lockdown.
They're getting switched on. They'll be all switching on as well soon. And everyone's linking like this virus, this overwhelming the hospital virus thing, or
whatever. Yeah, you nearly had it then. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
We'll put it up. I don't know what it is. I can't remember.
Yeah, but is it because the 5G switching on? Is it something to do with that?
I'm fully in favour of the fact that any frequency change in our environment is going to cause some kind of detox. It's going to cause it. So I firmly feel that that's behind a lot of it. But
and that's what a virus is, isn't it?
It's environmental. Yeah. But the thing is, it's again every year the NHS is overwhelmed.
Oh yeah.
Every year, you could have a headline every year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I know.
It's like what people just fall into. They forget the past. They forget what's been happening.
Yeah, I know.
And they just go with oh my god. Yeah. Oh no, I best buy some bog roll or something.
There was someone had shown it on TikTok because they're saying like, oh, China's overwhelmed now. China,
Oh yeah, China's been mentioned again.
Someone's been like going around with selfies, in hospitals, and meanwhile in China they're dead. As in like the hospitals, nothing's going on. It's all just like they're all just living the life in China, like as they do. The China people, but
no one falling over like in Wuhan then.
Yeah, the hospitals are absolutely quiet because this guy's just like. Meanwhile, in China, it's just like it's all bullshit.
I know, but the problem is if people are just going to stick to reading the Daily Mail and watching the BBC and they don't look any way out of that, then
that's the problem.
I know.
That is the problem.
That's why they won't listen to people like me.
No.
It's quite scary for someone to look outside of that and go,
ignorance is bliss.
Well,
half of me thinks to myself, like, would I prefer to be just like a donut, just be like absolutely asleep, just be back to in that mundane, like, la 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 la, life is great, life is fine, life is okay. Like, I just remember it just being like so mediocre. Because of just the way I saw things,
watching things. Housewives and whatever they call these programs.
Just stupid shit.
Yeah, and I used to enjoy. It's not that I didn't enjoy my previous reality.
Still like.
But I'm glad. I'm glad I'm out of it as well.
Yeah.
I don't even want to dip into it now.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't want to go off grid and shit like that yet because I just think it's a lot of hard work.
Oh, I don't think we were ready for that. I really don't think we're ready for it.
No, because I always look at these people and I just think I don't want to do all that work. It's a lot of work to go off grid. It's farming.
It's a lot of work.
It's farming. It's getting up at 5 a.m. It's like if you want something to eat, you've got to hunt it, or you've got to wait for hours, or
I've been trying to grow food and I've been rubbish at it.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm really rubbish at it.
I can grow a couple of tomatoes, and it's like, as they say, it's cost me like £10 for the compost, £10 for the pot. All my water and all that energy, and then after 4 months, 5 months, I'm like, brilliant.
I've grown some cabbages this year.
Tomatoes.
But they're grown. They're little.
Oh yeah, but
little-
the little tiny one.
Yeah. But you know what? There's something about it though. I'm going to carry on and learn.
You've got quite a good garden, don't you? Like,
It's a good sized garden,
Yeah.
but I'm going to have another go. I'm not going to stop, but I totally get the fact that
do
I'm
that
not going. I'm not.
electro-culture
I should try that. Yeah, I should try
with the
it
wires.
and see if it works. I mean, I
Wires
don't know.
and shit.
I think my soil's shite, to be honest. But
That's the problem, isn't it?
yeah, and I don't know anything about it. I'm just
No.
trying. I'm pissing in the wind, really. But,
Yeah.
But I must admit, when I've ate something I've grown, I'm very,
it's
very
different.
grateful for it.
This
There
is
is a
it.
gratitude with that.
We're not grateful as much anymore. Because things are so, like, instant, isn't it?
Everything is.
Oh, I just grab this, I just grab that. And we forget, like, how fucking, like, lucky. Like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
are. Like,
We're so lucky.
yeah, to be, like, here and to just have stuff and just be like, I can go out and, you know, buy a meal.
Well, this is how they play on us with convenience, though, isn't it? So
Yeah.
you go in and
You take advantage of all that.
and everything's there for you. When you're buying crap,
Yeah.
and then you're eating the crap, and then you
Yeah.
fall ill, and then you have to go to Mr. Allopathy GP
Yeah.
to get a pill to sort out the crap that you've just toxicated yourself with,
Which is just another crappy drug.
which
to
then
cover up
gives you an
symptoms.
effect that you have to get another pill for.
I know. It's just a downward spiral of
It's-
consumerism, innit?
Totally.
Consumerism
I mean, that's the
and
mental-
greed and
It's the world, isn't it? It's
yeah,
insane.
It's gone, and we always want things cheaper. Like when I was a kid, it's like going back 30 years. It's like there were no home bargains or B&Ms or these super cheap. Like even Asda, we didn't even have like a superstore. So it was the case of going to your green grocers, to your butcher, to your corner shop. Like
Yeah. We're better
you
than
think how
now.
much has changed.
Yeah, we're better than now because the corporatism, innit? The big corporations have just took over everything.
Yeah.
Wiped out all the small
So,
trade.
I
Not
know.
all of it, because it's still there, but you have to look for it.
Yeah.
And then you have to
they
pay
do.
more for it, really, as well. So they've made it so difficult. Convenience, isn't it? It's like with pubs when we had the pub. People will go to a supermarket and buy 12 cans of whatever because it's so much cheaper. I mean, you want a pint now, it's £4.5, £5 for a pint.
Well, it's a treat, isn't it, going out now?
It's ridiculous.
It's like it really is like a treat, like money wise.
Yeah. It's not fair on people though, is it? Because people want to socialise, don't they?
Well, we need to create our own like gatherings, don't we? And our own way of getting together.
And we will.
Yeah.
Again.
I know, definitely.
We will do that again.
Regroup the team. We need another regroup session, and we can share our vibes.
We'll do that. We'll sort something out. Sure.
Yeah.
So this flu thing then, I've noticed Carrie Johnson has been in the news again.
Yeah.
So Carrie Johnson, who the wife of our ex-leader who nearly died.
BJ.
He nearly died.
BJ.
During 2020, he nearly died.
I love
and then
BJ.
yeah, fucking hell. And then Mr. I can't even go there with him. Anyway, so she's I don't know if she's pregnant again or not, but she's pushing these injections, flu injections for pregnant women.
Don't do it.
It's like
Don't
are we
do
still
it.
But
people
there?
will still, like you say, there's just, I think everyone's got their own journey.
Yeah.
The way I've got to be really kind of calm about it, I think this is another coping mechanism of dealing with shit, is letting go of other people's journeys and purposes, because everyone has got their purpose, be it that they're asleep and they're living obliviously, but they're lovely. Doesn't make them a bad person,
No,
does
of
it?
course
You
it
know what I
doesn't.
mean? However, it's they have to play that part in order for other parts to exist. It's like the yin and yang.
It totally
It's
is.
like the darkness
It's a
without the
duality.
light and the light without the darkness. We wouldn't be sat here learning all this new shit. You know what I mean? If darkness didn't exist, and we have to
Well, we're just trying to, in our own weird way, expose it. Can I show you some stuff though?
Yeah. Show me.
The LA thing I just find really fascinating at the moment. So, there's this guy, I'll show you. So he's been caught out wandering around
with a gas canister,
with a blowtorch, basically. So there's been
to that guy.
Yeah. So there's obviously,
All right.
gonna arrest you, dude.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't surprise me to see this happen.
No, I know.
But are they also
Just
creating
terrorists.
issues where we've got, because we know there's migration that's been pushed very heavily into Western culture over the past, 10, 20 years, but more so, I would imagine, over the past, again, 5 years. It's happened a lot.
Yeah.
Are they ready to create a bit of a shitstorm?
Yeah, but
with all that as well?
9/11. Weren't they all friends? The pilot guy and
Well, so they're saying.
like the government literally gave them the. I don't know the full story. Someone will know the story, but it's all planned. It's all like.
Of course it is.
It's all pre.
Yeah. Well, 9/11. Passports survived that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And all the fact that these houses are down to rubble. And I saw a video, and literally they still had Christmas decorations on the lawn, much plastic.
Okay.
Completely fine.
Okay.
But yet this house, they were saying
is this LA?
Yeah. You'd think the heat from the building.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
It's like a weird fire. Is it a weird fire? Is it like?
I don't understand it.
Electrical. I don't know.
Unless somebody can actually tell us any different, I'm not 100% sure, because this footage that I found
it's
here,
literally like rubble, and I don't get that. I don't get
that. So all these trees, are fine, but everything else is turned to shit. I mean, unless it's something to, I don't know. Trees have. If they're alive, they don't burn too well.
Yeah.
But I would presume the intensity of these fires. I just don't know, mate.
Yeah.
I'm no expert.
But bricks were so flammable. I always think are they all made out of wood?
I don't really know, to be honest. I don't really know, but it's. I find it really odd that all this is surviving, but everything else is just turned to rubble. Speaking of. Convenience though with these LAfires. Look at Tom Hanks's home. Apparently is.
I hate Tom Hanks.
It's survived.
It survived.
Apparently. I mean, I'm only going off what I see on social media with this, so I can't confirm that's true. But if that's true, then why is this perfect? And then why is why is Ellen degenerate? in the UK at this very moment in time, enjoying the UK.
She's like AWOL.
So she's not there, and I think it's also very well. It's very, very convenient that Hunter Biden's house has gone to shit, because I mean there's literally nothing left of it.
Oh my gosh!
It's nothing left.
See, that's what I don't understand about.
Well, that tree's alright, and these bushes they've all got the greenery look.
So how can a heat, unless it's not like a heat?
I don't get it.
I know.
I don't really understand. There's a bit of footage here.
You wonder what, did they get that weird fog, LA? Did they get any weird fog?
I forgot about the bloody fog.
Could be like flammable
fog. That was weird as well, wasn't it? It was all over the place, wasn't it? It weren't just in the UK, it was everywhere. That was weird.
I felt weird after it.
Did you?
I got a chesty cough.
Who knows? But see this footage here of this lady. So again, look at the trees. They're perfect. They're untouched.
Even the grass, though. You think
and the grass, there's no scorch, is there?
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't get it. At all.
It's like that one. When did that big one happen where it all flooded the entire?
Well, that's soon
in America. No, it was in
sure.
America. It was a massive flood, and thousands of people again displaced, the homes washed away.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, we did have Maui. Was it last year, Maui, where there was a big fire then, and again, the houses that had a blue ceiling
Oh,
seemed
yeah.
to survive it,
Yeah.
which is a bit odd. Again, so I mean, I don't know. I'm not an expert. I found this though the other day, which I thought was quite interesting. How a DW works. So you can see how it.
Oh my
But
gosh.
the blue, it doesn't do anything to the blue.
That's crazy.
It burns right through that, but doesn't touch the blue at the back. Isn't it odd that?
Just like, I mean, they've got so much more technology that we don't know anyway.
And it,
Who's this person with one of these laser guns? Like,
so you can see he's going through.
Yeah.
He's going through that. So it's hitting the background, but when you've got a blue, it doesn't do anything.
you could set a fire anywhere now. Like,
Oh, easily.
it's
Yeah.
like these drones. These drones could
Yeah, of
just
course
do
they
that,
can.
couldn't they?
Of course
like,
they can.
"Eh,
I mean, that's just a little pistol thing,
Yeah.
isn't it? So really, really weird. Really, really weird. And then there's something about the water as well. Lack of water. Where are they?
Yeah, trying to.
So there's no fire
Trying the
hydrants.
best.
What in the world? The firemen don't have hoses, so they're like literally using purses? Women's handbags? Filling up women's handbags
Look at these.
to put out fire.
Just love American.
What in the world? LAFD.
But it's
fire
weird.
department
It's
using
weird.
women's handbags to
I'm
put
not
out
having
fires.
that
What
they
is
can't
going
make
on
that place
here?
rain.
Yeah, no.
Have you guys ever seen this in your life? Look.
And then I mean, it just gets more bizarre, doesn't it? It's so
There's more bizarre. I feel like America's getting a lot of bizarre right now because you've got those the drones over New Jersey.
yeah,
That's kind of the
There's some going on
Dior
there.
bags they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Dior bags.
It's
So
bizarre.
you don't get like censored.
Did you see this dude,
Weird.
though, Carla? This dude here is an anchor. Watch this. So he's got a fire jacket on. And then watch what he turns around. He's got him clipped. He's got his jacket clipped together with.
Oh my
clothes,
god! No way! They've made it so it's like a fitted jacket. No, look at his face as well. He's such a Ken doll. Isn't he? He's literally a Ken doll, that guy.
Yes, bless him.
Oh.
You can't. It's just.
I've got to look good. I've got to look good reporting all this devastation. They've got to be focused on me, not the burning buildings in the background.
It's wild, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's wild. And then also, speaking of convenience again, so obviously P. Diddy was arrested, weren't he? End of last year.
Yeah.
So all these celeb homes that have now burnt to.
Is Jay-Z's on there?
I have no idea.
Probably not.
Not a
They've probably
clue.
got a few.
I bet there's a lot of evidence that's disappeared though.
Oh, of course. A lot of
Conveniently.
dildos. Missing
Convenient.
dildos.
Okay.
Baby oil. I bet it was all.
Oh yeah, it's baby oil.
Baby oil, pull him up.
Yeah, it weren't the smart meters, it was baby oil.
That
my house didn't have baby oil.
P. Diddy.
What was
You're doing it again.
P. Diddy parties in my house? P. Diddley.
Well, he spontaneously combusted like baby oil everywhere.
It's frightening.
Funny.
It's frightening. So
I don't know.
speaking of news, though, Carley, Zuckerberg. I have to talk about Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I know.
I have to talk about it because
What's going on
there's a
with
serious thing going on.
He's changed.
He's changed.
He's
He's grown his
changed.
curly wig, hasn't
Let's get a picture.
he? He has changed. But so he comes out with. He's on the Joe Rogan show, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he came out, I think, the day before.
Trying to be all cool and shit, like down with the kids.
Yeah. So he's like, it's the Hunter Biden administration's fault.
They also tried to censor anyone who was basically arguing against it. And they pushed us super hard to take down things that were true, right? I mean, they basically pushed us and said, anything that says that vaccines might have side effects, you basically need to take down. And I was just like, well, we're not going to do that. Like, we're clearly not going to do that. I mean, that is kind of inarguably true.
Who is they? Who's telling you to take down things that
it was
that talk about vaccine side effects?
It was people in the Biden administration.
They made me do these fact checkers. I had to get these fact checkers who apparently sponsored by Pfizer as well. Some of these fact checkers, But anyway, blame the Biden. That's interesting, but it did start happening way before. It started happening when Trump was leading that situation as well. It happened then. And not being, to get serious on it as well, those fact checker situations have cost people's lives.
Yeah,
that's the serious side of it.
Yeah,
by
true.
Not allowing an alternative, and just pushing that fear narrative, the lockdown, the jab, and everything else has cost people's lives.
Yeah.
So for me, fuck Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah.
100%. It doesn't get any. Well, I've noticed some people say, "Brilliant, he's come round."
Okay.
Yeah, it's not right.
He's changed. He's like.
It looks like Data from Star Trek, doesn't he? Have you seen
it's like
Data
he's trying
from?
To be a cool dude.
Have you seen?
Oh yeah, from Star Trek.
Yeah.
Look at him trying to act all cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is. Yeah, like a waxy face.
Yeah.
He has got a funny.
Well, I'm not buying.
No, I know. It's like they're all kind of coming. I was saying it like coming to cahoots, like making themselves look good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they want to have this new persona, like Elon Musk, like defending.
I'm not buying any of it.
This whole politics with England, and then you've just got Elon Musk, just
diving into it, and it's not that
like he's just like sat in the background, like tweeting away.
I know, but because he's got such a high profile, it's people. It's not that what he's saying is not right either, because he is bringing out some very important points.
Yeah, that's why he's getting on to the public side.
Yeah. We've got to be very careful about these Pied Pipers for me.
Yeah.
The alternative media, I find, is just a load of shite. So let's Joe Rogan, who's just like, yeah, man, cool dude, kind of podcast, really good to watch, enjoy his shows, but it's just bringing in the kids, man. Kind of thing. So Zuckerberg comes on and he's like, all right, it was it was really bad what we did. It was like 1984 and Biden made me do it.
I don't know. It's something out of 1984.
But I'm going to get rid of them now, and I'm going to do what Musk does and have community notes or whatever it is. Bollocks. You caused a load of shit there, Zuckerberg. And,
I know. But they all do that. They all they just say, it's like, look at all the politicians that have been in power. You have Boris, you have Theresa, who else?
We had about 4 or 5 prime
ministers.
Yeah,
I know, like within 2 years or something, 3 years span. But they were all literally at the end of it, like Matt Hancock and stuff, they were literally just like, yeah, sorry. Bye.
I know, we're off now.
Yeah, I'm just going to go and retire.
Here's Keir Starmer.
Here's
you have him.
You're just like, he'll do his damage for a year, then he'll just go, bye everyone.
Well, they're already trying to force him out.
Shit.
Yeah, he's already causing a shitstorm.
Yeah.
Keir Starmer.
But they just retire, they just bugger off and you don't see anything of him. It's just
it's the same all the time.
But
do people not remember this? This happens all the time.
I know.
It never stops. It's always the same thing.
It never ends.
We stick a couple of these actors in front of you. We'll cause a load of crap.
And
you'll blame them.
And it's always to cause more divide as well. You think the agenda of this, divide and conquer is so strong. It's so pinning off people against one another, and
it is. It's exactly very divisive.
Divide.
Russell Brand's now become this born again Christian. He's constantly tweeted about it at the moment, but it's just creating more division. So, and I'll go on record and say it now. I don't trust any one of them. Personally, not one of them. Not Trump. Not Musk. Not Zuckerberg. Not any of them. None of them.
They're all millionaires. They're all privately educated.
No billionaire gives a monkeys about me and you.
No, I know.
Don't care about us.
We're just existing.
Yeah, and they'd have rid of us. They'd have rid of us now.
In a heartbeat.
And they wouldn't care.
They wouldn't give a shit. No, they wouldn't give a shit.
And then
the
Jimmy,
Depop, innit?
speaking of Trump, I'm not going full on Trump or anything like that, but him and Obama were having a good chinwag at Jimmy Carter's funeral the other day, and they're a bit of a laugh and a joke, drone bomber Obama, you know what I mean?
I know.
And then in comes 9/11 Bush, walks in as well. It's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Talk about
whatever next.
Talk about a room full of fucking.
Oh yeah, no.
Wow, what the?
I'd be scared. Like,
there's darkness in there. You imagine walking
into
that room.
Oh my god, I can literally feel the energy, like the squirmy, like all these old kind of like reptilian, like just like. That's what it's like going to pub. That's what it's like going out now.
Do you know what I saw this morning? I don't know if you saw it. I posted it on Facebook this morning. The Guardian posted that there's going to be a new £2 coin. Did you see it?
No, is this a joke?
No, but it's not a joke.
Why?
But it's literally taking the piss out of us.
Why? What is it?
1984.
You're joking?
No shit, right? Let me show you.
No way.
Honestly, let me show you this.
Oh my god, they're doing 1984 £2.
But isn't that interesting that they're going to get rid of cash? They're bringing in the digital prison for us all.
But here's the
here's your new
Here's the final £2
Let me show you this.
that you'll ever see.
Look.
No way.
It's even got Big Brother.
George Orwell.
George Orwell honoured on the new £2 coin by the Royal Mint.
That's fucking ridiculous. And it's got an eye on it and everything.
Seriously, are they not trolling us like?
I know,
like, that's a proper piss take, that.
Oh my god, as if.
I know. If the days get crazier. So they're going to bring in digital currencies.
Yeah, of course.
And here you go. Here's your last one.
Yeah, I know.
What?
That is insane, isn't it? We'll have to I'm going to collect them.
It never stops, does it?
No.
It never stops.
That's why we can literally like have a banter every other week, like catch up.
I know. Because there's so much to talk about.
I know, there is.
And then,
it's funny.
So, like I said, Elon Musk, even though he's saying it, and he's diving into some serious topics about, obviously, things that's going on. Don't want to talk too much about it on YouTube, but what's going on in the UK with children, the serious shit that's been going on. Well, this is going on all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, it's a serious issue.
Yeah.
But then Mr. Nonce Ivor Kaplan, who is a former Labour MP, gets caught out trying to meet a 15-year-old boy. Yeah. And then if you're brave enough to look at the reply section on Ivor Kaplan's Twitter account, it's full of filth. It's full of filth.
Why would he?
I don't understand. But also the fact that all the big MPs like Angela Rayner and people like that are all following his account, so they can't tell me they don't know what this guy's into, because he's got it very public on Twitter.
It's weird. What was that noise? A big squeak.
But
they're all part of. They're all.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're all freaking bad uns. That's why they're not gonna.
It's all an act, though, isn't it? I mean, it's like Angela Rayner apparently comes from a working class background, but then so she's there now and making life difficult for working class people and elderly people by changing. And making everything go up. Everything's going up. Council tax apparently is going up 25% or something. Going to cripple. It's going to cripple folk. And gas and electric is going through the roof.
Electricity, I mean.
That's well, they're supposed to be the party for the working class people. It's hilarious. It's just a joke.
I know.
One thing, you cannot vote your way out of this.
You
cannot vote your way. Vote harder next time. Vote harder.
Voted, I know, I watch people vote because I live at next door, and I'm just watching them just like, oh, Oh well.
Yeah, voting ain't going to solve anything.
No, because it's all part of the same party.
Of course it is.
You know, you
Of
got.
course it is.
It's a very weird world we're in. It's very weird and wonderful. But I would just say, like, words of advice: stick in your bubble. You do you. Enjoy it all.
Too right.
Take the piss. Take the mick.
Can we
Keep your head down a little bit, not too much.
Do you mind if we go into quickly about like you got these politicians like Biden, for example, being handled
Oh yeah,
from the background.
Yeah,
We've got a few clips that are really interesting because one popped up the other day from Brazil. Oh, that was new. Normally they don't seem to blink. Some really strange eyes.
Yeah.
This guy from the one in Brazil but he was mimicking what he was saying. And then there's that lady that she was behind. I don't know who it was in America, but she actually makes a mistake.
Yeah, I know.
But she says the mistake.
The mistake.
It's weird as fuck.
Creative matters first. I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Roya Demlow, who I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview.
That's
like
weird. Great, yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
It's like,
I can't. What do you think that is?
It's almost like hypnotism. You know, like as if they're connected to them in some way, like hypnotise them or brainwashing them. I don't know.
There's some control going on, but how? I mean, we're talking something I can't get my head around there. I don't know what the hell it is. It's just bizarre.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that the woman doesn't even blink, she looks weird. If she was stuck behind us now, we're not like...
She does. But if she's an entity, like, I always think, like, some entities, it's like, we have that past life regression with you, and it's like, they speak to you in your head, don't they?
Yeah.
So...
Do you think that's what she's doing? You think
she's being telepathic to that person.
So she's got ability and control.
Yeah.
I wonder why there's a mistake then as well. It's really odd.
Unless it's, you know, it's like, because you're humans in there, but then you've also got like a being trying to handle the human. So.
Well, if anyone can let me know, I'd love to know what people think of that because I haven't got a bloody clue.
I know, you see them, don't you? Know these old like footage and videotapes of like little reptilians. You know, they'll just be like in the crowd and there'll just be a bald guy there with like no ears and everyone's like, oh, that's a bit weird. You know, like when the Pope opened those doors up, you know, the Pope opened the doors for this.
Oh, he did something this year, didn't he?
Yeah, something like satanic.
Yeah.
But the people on the video, like the people opening the doors, which is inside this tunnel, so they're already there.
Yeah.
They're bald and they've got no ears. They've got no ears, so they're filming them and they're like, oh. You know, that's a bit like suspicious. Where's his ears? You know, like there's two of them opening these massive doors, but like, and then the Pope's just sat there, isn't he? Like in his chair, like, he's thinking, "What the fuck have I done now?"
There's a mistake there. Opening the doors.
Oh, they look a bit weird, like looking at these beings, like off to the side, like.
Wow, I've not seen that.
So, who knows? Who knows?
It is bizarre.
To watch that.
There's some footage from like. Speaking of weird, was there a Mike Tyson fight in the 80s and someone's there with a mobile phone or something?
Oh my god, yeah, like old footage of people like taking a selfie and stuff like this.
What's going on there then?
Yeah, they've edited like a lot of pictures from back in the day. They're all edited out.
It's mad, isn't it?
There's a lot of. Yeah, his story, isn't it? His story.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
We'll have to
it's all perception, isn't it? If we're kept in a certain perception and we can't see out of it, that's all we know.
Yeah, I know.
But there's a lot more going on in there.
Expand your mind.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And like believe in something, and it'll come true, won't it? Fruition.
Love
it. What a time to be alive.
So what was the noise that you made for the past 5 years?
Yeah, to sum up the past 5 years. I can't do it now. It'd be like it's in between like a groan and a scream. So it'd be like,
Would you hold
But
your head
now-
while you were doing it as well?
yeah. Defo. Like,
What
but
the
now I feel
fuck?
like we're coming out the other side. I feel like a lot of people are kind of coming out that other side of darkness and doom. And
Yeah.
now it's kind of like,
This-
so now we're just like,
Do you think they're gonna ramp it up again? Because I think we're halfway through, aren't we? This
Yeah,
2030 agenda.
yeah,
Are they going to ramp shit up?
I think so. But I think it'll be more like cataclysms.
Okay, yeah.
Like a deep
yeah,
popping cataclysms,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah, like because obviously
Like you had the wildfires.
well, it's
maybe,
all
like,
climate change thing, that, isn't it, as well? It's like they want to
Yeah.
push the climate change thing.
push
don't
that agenda.
Yeah.
But who knows? Who knows? The Depop plan. We could
don't
have
know.
zombies. Could be alien invasion. We could have a tsunami. We could have a 3-day blackout with a massive EMF thing. We could have a pole shift. We could have apes.
they?
Really? Yeah, apes. You guys know all that.
Shitload of apes.
Just shitloads of apes.
Oh, here we are.
From the lab.
Planet of the apes.
Yeah,
Oh, my.
apes. 28 weeks later, like, pick your movie, pick,
I
like...
know, yeah. Pick your movie.
But just hope for the best. Just like, fingers crossed.
People will watch
Either
this.
way, I'm not scared of death, like, just...
People will watch this and start digging a bloody bunker or something.
know, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, get your supplies, water.
Get your toilet paper.
Yeah, if that'll save you or help you. But no, I feel good. I think just enjoy.
Yeah,
Enjoy
no, it's
it.
funny.
Yeah.
I've got to enjoy it. I've got to have a laugh about it.
Yeah.
Because
We'll cry.
well, absolutely, you'll cry. We're in for a rough period of time, so we've got to try and find joy in our lives.
Yeah.
And laughing at some of these things are going to be important. You know, the smart city thing that they've got planned in 2028 in LA, the smart cities are planned
Yeah.
all over the
Yeah,
place.
I know.
You know,
I
so
know.
and there's nothing smart
Yeah.
about smart, is there?
No, as we know, everything's backwards and upside down.
Everything inverted.
Back to front. That's the end.
Yeah.
But we can do this. We'll talk about doing this every couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Check
we'll have
in.
a laugh. We'll get together and
Oh!
we'll have a
Sorry,
laugh.
Blue.
And there's always going to be something, so
On the agenda.
we'll come back with Planet Weird.
Yeah, back with Planet Weird.
Yeah,
Another time.
Well, you're not supposed to do that. Can you do these hand signals, or you might get in, like, you might be told you're
Oh, I know.
a Illuminati kind of character,
Probably would.
controlled opposition.
Peace.